Hello everyone, welcome back to The Rise of the Golden Idol. Still working our way through Chapter 2, The Pursuit. I'll try to make less of a mess of these next two cases, hopefully. I'm not very happy with how I did in the other two. Blockbuster release. An immersive experience at the drive-in. Immersive? Somebody drowned at the pool? I don't know. It seems like they should, right? That would be what the immersive pun would be. There is a movie on. It is a real drive-in movie theater. There's a car accident happening live before our eyes. 3D Neptune drive-in theater? Come on. There has to be a swimming pool here somewhere that someone can drown in. Space Storm. This is around the right time frame for Star Wars, right? I guess that's what this is an allegory for. Or at any rate, an allusion to. What is this? Wiring cabinet. It's been inspected every 6 months by Mr. or Mrs. Lemons. But then just a couple days in between inspections here. Interesting. And they left a mark here to their seal or something, I guess. MO? I don't know what that is. Screen, projector, Neptune, and light? I'm assuming... Well, I don't know. This movie is very psychedelic. So I'm not sure what all of these are. One of them is green, the projector. I don't know what the importance of that is. I told you it was irresponsible, but no one listens to old Beck Mason. I guess that must be who you are, Beck Mason. Let's get that name down straight away. And you have a ticket stub. Ticket number 34 to presumably this movie. It wasn't my fault. Someone pulled it off me from behind while I was trying to figure out what had been thrown in my back seat. Also ticket number 34. I don't totally believe that. Weird clothes. They did wear weird stuff in the 70s, though. Let's see why a car is on fire. This is... What is this? Obviously, if I click, I'll find out, but I feel like I should be able to tell what this is. Nope. Still don't know. It's like a... I don't know, warning. Do not remove the upper lid unless the fire switch is set to off, and it's currently set to on. The fire switch. So is this like... Maybe this is like a heated lamp or something? And it's supposed to have a small source of fire, but if you lift this off, it just like is spewing fire, like, or leaking like heat over here. I don't know. The projection room. Okay, a lot happening in here. Spool of green wire. A cut piece of red wire. Wire cutters. A hammer. A screwdriver. The Neptune difference. We give our guests an escape from their mundane lives with our unique, true 3D technology. Enter a world of movie magic thanks to our one-of-a-kind Neptune crystal. Interesting. So this poster, you're meant to imagine the gun coming out of the frame of the poster, I guess. They have a Neptune crystal. Miss Cunningham's going to fire me if I can't get this fixed. Yeah, it's on fire. New projector troubleshooting guidelines. Check the power supply. Confirm all internal parts are correctly mounted. If the image is too small, check the lens. If the image is not showing, check the light. If the image is distorted, check the crystal. Pro Screen recommends against stopping projector once film has started. Okay, well, what's broken? A lamp, a lens, and a crystal. Well, nothing looks immediately broken about this. Which, I mean, makes sense, I think. This is sort of what you might imagine a TV should look like. I mean, a movie projection screen. I guess you were supposed to wear 3D glasses. That's why it's like all red and blue, probably. We haven't seen any of those yet, but maybe somebody has some. What the hell? It was just a dumb bet. You didn't have to go that far. Ticket stub. Oh, number 21. These two both had number 34. The blank between Mike and Jenny. Tonight we will see something is something. So Mike and Jenny had a bet, I guess. This is a wager or something. And one of them claimed that we'll see something, something, something. I can't tell who is supposed to have won. Like, what are the marking? This is in blue and this is in black. What does that mean? Actually, gosh, it's hard for me to see this, but like I can tell this X is in blue. What's harder for me to notice is that this text saying Jenny is in blue. So Jenny has a blue pen, I guess. And so she crossed out that the winner was Mike, exclamation point. And then she wrote that she won, and Mike said, no, you still lose. So at first, Mike wrote himself. Then Jenny said, actually, no. And Mike says, actually, yes. He's claiming. Oh, Jenny's in blue here as well, I guess. So this one looks like Mike to me. And this is Jenny. I didn't know that would happen. Who the hell wears something that dangerous? Besides, you said we wouldn't see it, but now we have. I win. Miss Chen, presumably Jenny Chen. And Mr. Lendl. Oh yeah, let's assign the names we know about. This is Jenny Chen. Mike Lendl. So jealous you and Mr. Lendl get to see it at the Neptune. I'll have to stick to a boring normal cinema. P.S. I'm with Mr. Lendl on this one. No way Bert's going out like that. So there's a bet, I guess, on what's happening on screen, maybe? And like, so Bert is probably a movie character, right? And maybe they bet, like, oh, Bert's going to burn to death. And then in the actual movie, that didn't happen. And so Jenny set up some tricky way to cause a fire on the screen that somehow became a fire somewhere else, accidentally. That's a monster? Someone wearing an alien costume, I guess. It's Champ, actually. I'm starting to regret getting involved. You barely even covered the cost of my transom costume. 75 currencies. Champ. I assume that's a first name. Move it, Chip. Fire was not part of tonight's plan. A duffel bag containing a note detailing a plan. I don't get to read the note? There's a dispute here. We'll get to that. I'm just going to explore for now. Mr. Vincent. Champ Vincent? He's the driver. Could be Vincent Champ, but I don't think so. Mr. Vincent suggests a last name, and addressing someone like this suggests a first name. Everyone's in costume? So maybe, okay, I guess I did say, boy, they wear some goofy stuff in the 70s, but I guess they are attending a sci-fi movie release in costume. Okay. Oh my god, Laura, we can't get out. What do we do if the car explodes? So, well, we can't label Laura because we haven't clicked on her yet. I hope we survive for an actual screening. I heard a Transom and a Marini arguing over what would happen to Bertrand in this one. And now I really want to see it. Okay. So you're Laura. And this alien costume, well, hang on. This person is Champ, but they're wearing a Transom costume, I assume. And look, this person's also wearing a Transom costume, I think. Right? So there's going to be some, like, I don't know, someone where all we know about them is the costume they're wearing? Okay, this is a dead person in an alien costume. The man is dazed. Oh, not, I guess, yeah, they are moving a lot, huh, for a dead person? Dazed and bleeding heavily. Ticket stub. A collectible figurine. Okay. This is inside the ticket office? Is that what you call this? Ticket booth? Band for life. Augie Tameen and 2 cars. Did I say Tagine? Tameen. They might be the same car. I'm not sure. They're both limos. Office me, maintenance Andy, projectors booth. What? So these are assigned duties or positions for the evening. It seems as though the ones on the left perhaps never change. And on the right, they put a pushpin for who's doing the thing today. There would normally be a third name. But that person was sick, and so Andy's been sent to the projector booth, as well as working maintenance. Maybe. Sarah, who stole what? Are you there? Okay, so one of the theater employees was named Sarah. But it looks... Okay, this isn't blood, this is just coffee. So she left in a hurry, but maybe wasn't killed. A rotary phone. costume competition. I see. So this is how we can give names to people who have these items, probably. Doug Baxter, a dangerously authentic Bertrand. Free tickets for a month. Okay. A bunch of popcorn to Annie Kishimoto. Marini figurine to Tom Powers, which we saw on this dazed person, right? I thought I saw a better version of this character, but he didn't show up to the competition. Yeah, so this is Tom Powers, right? Yeah. And the person, presumably Sarah, giving out the awards, saw a better... I mean, this doesn't look better, does it? The teeth are kind of blunt, and the scary teeth were praised. So whoever had a better version of it, we still haven't met, I think. Unless we're meant to think this is the better one because the eyes stand up, maybe? I don't know. Miss Cunningham. Sarah Cunningham, presumably, because it's not Miss Andy Cunningham. You were right. That weird lady called again. She can't seem to get through her head that she just can't just buy anything she wants. She sent her goon to make an offer in person, but I saw him to the exit, just like you said. I told him never to come back and that no amount of money could buy what makes this place so special, but he didn't seem to listen. Which, I mean, if I had to guess, they're talking about something in here. Somebody wanted to buy, like, somehow this is actually a little bit magical? Like this crystal? Actually, it's not unlike the crystal that used to go in the golden idol. That was like red sometimes and blue sometimes. Worth a thought. So have we seen anyone with tickets for a month or whatever it was? I don't think so. Oh, Bert. That's Bertram, right? Bertrand? Transom. Didn't they have... Was there a costume character named Bert? Bertrand, yeah. So they definitely are talking about a character on the screen when they say Bert. Fine. This is the last thing to look at, isn't it? I'm going to have to learn a lot. No one leaves. She's driving a truck. It sounds like she's doing this on purpose. This collision, a fresh coffee stain. Oh, well, that's probably Sarah, right? The lady... Oh, I haven't looked at this yet either. The lady here, she spilled coffee. She was, like, hypnotized by someone out here, it seems like. She was just doing her job, refusing to sell the movie theater to rich weirdos, and then suddenly in the middle of a phone call, she spilled her coffee, got up, went outside, and crashed into someone to stop them from leaving. Okay. Well, we think this is Sarah, what's her name, Millicent or something? Cunningham. fuck is that name? Cunningham. Sarah. Well, I bet you this is going to tell me something about who the characters are. Yeah, this is... Well, Annie is probably wearing the woman's costume, right? Because we know Tom's wearing the alien/gender-neutral costume. And Doug was wearing a Bertrand. So this must be Bertrand. And we don't actually know the names of the other characters. Sorry. Yeah, right. This is Bertrand here. This must be the character the figurine is named after. Which... is Marini. So if this is Bertrand and this is Marini, this must be Transom, right? The new summer blockbuster flies into theaters May 1st. Space Storm. They could have made it May 4th for more historical accuracy. Porbo! Porbo joins the fight against the evil captain. So this isn't Bertram. This is Porbo. I think. Oh wait! Oh my God! This isn't a spaceship behind them. This is another character. That was what someone was wearing. This is like the headgear part. Dangerously realistic costume. I assume this headgear here was part of the dangerous costumes. This is like a hat. That's why I couldn't place what kind of object this is. It's a prop from a sci-fi costume for some fictional property I've never heard of. So someone wore this, a dangerous Doug Baxter. Or a dangerously accurate, authentic Bertrand. Yeah, you're okay. So I don't know why I somehow forgot that this is what Transom looks like. I don't know. Anyway, it is. He has $75. 75 currency units. I want to read the plan, man. Okay, so what do you want me... costumes. Who are these characters? Okay, got it. So you're Transom. You're Marini? There it is. I think you're Bertrand. This is certainly Porbo. Bertrand. Yeah. Okay. So who's this lady dressed up as a pirate? She doesn't look like any of these characters. Did you go to the wrong movie, kid? Oh, you're the evil captain. I see. Very funny. A Transom and a Marini. Oh, these two are arguing over what would happen. Okay. I feel like this was more... I didn't need this hint. to help me figure out who Transome and Marini are. Because this tells me who Transome is, and this tells me who Marini is. But okay. Fine. Maybe there was some other reason to pay attention to that. And it turns out I actually haven't found all the words. I've completely missed some section of something. Ah, here. The side of the car has been crumpled in the crash. Okay, more than just that, though, huh? Oh, the screen. The image is distorted and garbled. Interesting. But I'm still missing 4 words and 4 spots. Could you, like, flash them for me? I'm too stupid to find them? Here. Oh, I didn't look at this? No, I guess it is just spinning the same as the others are. Ah, over here, I missed the lock, which has been broken. Someone pulled it off me from behind. Ah. So this is the guy who lost his headgear. And the missing headgear is the dangerous headgear. Ah, wait, the car. I haven't looked here. Okay. Is there some way that this indicates to me that I'm missing something? It doesn't seem like it, right? Well, I don't know. This is a question mark, and the others are all kind of... Yeah, this was a question mark before because I was missing something. Now that I've seen it all, it's just an arrow. So, okay, a question mark is how it indicates you haven't finished it. Anyway, this guy's headgear is the one that was over here, so we can presumably name him as the guy who won the costume contest, but we'll look at this first. A can of blue paint. Its label reads, Caution, highly flammable. And wire cutters. Doug Baxter is dressed up as Bertrand. So that's who you are. And we had another Bertram that they mentioned. Better than Parker. Bertrand, not Bertram. The only other Bertrand we've found was here? Parker? Yeah, I don't think I've seen any others. Okay, that must be... Like, her first name is Laura, so she must be Laura Parker. Kind of weird to use a last name in that context, I feel like, but... Annie should get a bunch of popcorn. The costume really hooked me. Hooked me. Is that some sort of joke? I mean, oh yes, of course. Hooked. So this person is Annie. Annie Kishimoto or something? Kishimoto? Yeah. I could believe that this is meant to be an Asian person. Kishimoto sounds Japanese, right? Oh, whoops, I put it in completely the wrong place, though. Okay. And now you... What do we have to name? Ah, well, this must be Andy, the other guy working at the place. So I don't know your name, huh? Well... the one name we kind of have seen a lot of times is this one, A. Lemons. But I guess that must be Andy Lemons, right? He's usually on maintenance. And today he's also in working on the theater, the projection, right? So that must be Andy Lemons. Leaving me you. I wonder if you're the weirdo who wants to buy the place. Maybe. Or, well, probably wants to buy, like, some part of the Golden Idol that you're using to make 3D movies. Miss Cunningham's gonna fire me. Does Sarah Cunningham have the authority to do that? The person I've labeled as Sarah Cunningham? Or is she just another one of the, you know, front of house, sort of day-to-day staff workers? Like, do we have any evidence she's the manager? Or is she just the girl who works at the ticket booth? You know, this... It's hard to tell age with this animation style. You know, she looks older to me than Andy does, but I'm not sure. Yeah, Miss Cunningham... That's not who this is. These notes are being written by the person working here to Miss Cunningham. So this isn't Sarah Cunningham. This is Sarah something else. Where did I get the word Tameen from? Someone's name, right? But like... Here. Augie Tameen. The driver of the limo, or the person in the limo, rather. The passenger. I know there's other stuff I could go look at. But I'd like to try to... and looking at it will probably help me with this. But I'm trying to see like what I could have missed before I start being guided towards something new. This is red. But this is blue. And this had highly flammable blue paint. Did someone paint the crystal here? And it's spewing out like messed up blue light instead of cool 3D red light? Maybe. I imagine you're the one who did it. You have this bag which presumably had something else in it before, like, let's say, this stuff. And this guy says, oh, you know, someone just threw some stuff into my back seat. To frame him, I suppose. And I imagine it's this guy. This is the only person who's, like, clearly nefarious. Even though they apparently didn't want the fire. They carried in a can of flammable paint? Oh, here's all the popcorn. I don't know how I kept coming back here to say, who has all the popcorn? And, like, I'm only now finally connecting it. Yes. The popcorn, there's a bounty of popcorn, and the costume hooked you. Very funny. So who had free tickets for a month? Let's go find Doug Baxter. Dangerously Authentic Bertrand. That's you. I only see one ticket. Is the top row of his different than someone else's? No, those two look the same. $21, $22, $33, $33. Does this mean anything? $25, $25. So people are like, they're arriving in pairs with tickets, like pairs of tickets. They're like, oh, of course, because they're not giving out chairs. This is a drive-in. They're like where you should park your car. So two people use up one slot. And one person also uses up one slot. So I'm sure they still charge you for the number of people coming. But if there's multiple of you in the party, they give you all the same ticket, basically. Interesting. Okay. So if this isn't Sarah Millicent... why do I keep saying Millicent? Cunningham. It's not Sarah Cunningham. Sarah, who stole what? Are you there? Huh. The race? Augie Temmie. Okay, well... I don't know how I'm supposed to get this guy's name. Maybe some of this stuff will reveal to me, oh, actually, this is Augie Temmie, and you should just know that, and I don't yet, for whatever reason. So, okay, fine. Tell me about equipment. The plan. Disguise my identity. Need a costume, clearly. Get in and out of the drive-in. Bring enough money to buy a ticket and leave? In and out of the drive-in. Bring enough money, right? Where's the word money? Didn't I have the word money? It starts with M. Get the staff out of the way with a distraction. Pack, like, flammable paint? I guess. They may search people's bags. I'll hide my spoils in plain sight. So, do you... Well, no, wait. You're just a normal guy, right? Yeah, you were here for the costume contest. This person came in costume but didn't show up for the costume contest. One of these crystals, yeah. One of these teeth isn't part of the costume. It's like a disguised crystal or something. And look, this tooth is wiggling differently than all the others are. And has a little splash of blue paint there. So they are like this is what they stole. Bring tooth? That's kind of weird, right? Maybe actually paint is how they're hiding the spoils. Ah, and wire cutters are creating distraction. I see. Yes. So they figured they'd just cut some of the wires to the projection and it would distract everybody. Got it. The bet between Mike and Jenny. We will see Bertrand. Lose his head? Of course. This Bertrand guy, it didn't happen on the movie screen. So to fix a bet, she went to some poor guy dressed up enthusiastically as a Bertrand and broke his costume, pulling his head off. Rude. Okay. Lose his head. Uh-huh. Events the first. Actually, I probably want the name screen, don't I? Okay, so we can get some of this stuff here. I actually don't know who any of these people are. Well, I know Millicent is the owner of this place. I keep saying Millicent. I don't know why. It just is in my head. It's Cunningham. I can't explain it. Owner of the... What is this place called? The Neptune. Neptune Theater? Drive-in? Cinema. Had been using, I think, a red crystal. To enhance the projector? I guess. Somebody, a weird lady, sent somebody to buy it. But he was banned from the cinema. Well, Augie Tameen was banned. I mean, maybe Sarah Cunningham is, but no, I don't know. Someone arrived in costume and stole the crystal, disguising it as a tooth. So we just are stuck now on the two names that I didn't have. I've written everything else I know down. It's probably Augie who showed up, right? Like, it's someone associated with the weird lady, who I assume is, what's her name, Novak. But we don't even have her name right now, and it makes sense she would send the same flunky again, and he would try getting in as a disguise. Detailed plan. Okay, well, so let's say then that you are Augie Tamine? And maybe you are Sarah Cunningham. I don't know. Like, I don't think I have any other names really, right? Actually, that's a question to ask. 11 people. I must have some spare names somewhere. Because there would be 22 total names if everyone had distinct names. And yet I have 26. I mean, I guess there's like the Neptune, right? Ah, and the 4 characters in the movie. So if I discount those, I actually do have only 22 names, right? Do any of these people share a last name? I don't think so. So why then? How do the numbers add up here? I'm starting to think this must be Sarah Cunningham. And she has a message on her desk that was written to her by someone else, like Andy or something, on a previous shift. There are definitely 11 distinct persons. If they all had distinct names, that would be 22. I have 6 times 4 is 24, plus 4 is 28, not 26. So 4 of those are movie character names, bringing me down to 24. 1 is the name of the drive-in. Is there one other in here that I can say isn't a person's name? I don't quite see it. So one of these somehow is not going anywhere? Weird. Okay, well, let's say this is Sarah Cunningham. It is. Okay, I couldn't say for sure that she was the owner from what we've seen so far. She could have just been another employee. But okay, well, we know who showed up. It's Augie Tamine again. No. Oh, I wrote Annie. Augie. There we go. Okay. So story or event part 2 now. Okay. In order to steal a crystal, I suppose? To cause a distraction? To win a bet. Right. Explaining what happened to this guy's head. Got it. Okay, in order to win a bet... Beck Mason. No. Wrong person. You, Annie. Jenny? Annie's this one. Jenny. Jenny Chen pulled the head off. Who's this guy? Doug Baxter's costume. Head costume. This caused a fire. Started a fire? Started a fire. So patrons tried to leave, escape. Hearing the commotion, really, she's very devoted. Sarah Cunningham saw the fire? The screen. The screen is blue and it should be red? Is that true? Like everything looks messed up because they swapped the crystal that was doing this? I could believe that. Also saw the fire. Like, she could look at it and see the fire, but that wouldn't tell her, oh no, someone tried to steal the crystal. So I think she saw the screen and realized what the weird colors meant. Somebody must have taken... Actually, hang on. I bet we can prove this because there were debugging instructions in here. If the image is distorted, which it certainly looks like it is, check the crystal. Yeah, there shouldn't just be one big mouth on the screen, probably. Check the crystal. She then caused a crash. Car crash? Car crash. Why is... Okay, I guess I haven't sorted since picking up car crash. While attempting to recapture, to block, I guess, because she was saying no one leaves, block the exit. Yeah, she wants to block the exit so no one can leave so she can search everyone. But she timed it wrong and hit another car. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with my performance on this one. Some of the stuff took me a while, but I didn't put anything in believing it was right and finding it was wrong. You solved the scenario. After being banned from the Neptune cinema, Augie Tamine needed a way in to steal the crystal his employer wanted. Disguised in a costume, he paid a local to drive him in. Augie cut the power to the projection booth as a distraction. That's what the wire cutters were for. And swapped the crystal for one of the teeth from his costume to conceal it in case he was searched. However, an unexpected fire caused chaos, disrupting his easy escape. Host, what makes you think you'll succeed when no one else has? Interviewee. Unlike those who have tried before, I understand that the idol is more than the sum of its parts. To reassemble it successfully, one first needs a deep understanding of the universe. I see. And how do you know you're not just another fraud? How do we know you're not just another fraud, hoping to cash in on the next cheap knockoff? Feel my energy. Be present with it for a moment. I invite everyone at home to do likewise. You see? Now you know. Okay, then. I suppose the listeners can make of that what they will. Sure. I feel like you must be trying to reassemble stuff, right? You must be. Weird lady. I mean, so far, I don't know who any of these people are. You're certainly not a weird lady. You might be? When did I learn Oriole Toussaint? I remember that was in like an earlier chapter. I think it was in actually chapter 1, right? Huh. This isn't new, right? Yeah. Interesting. Well, okay. Later in the chapter, I'm hoping they'll tell me who some of these people are. Because I don't know. Huh. Alright. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.